Neither one of them's terrible. The stuff on MTV was worse than that. Growing up.
Yeah, that ain't no lie.
Wow,
Especially MTV after like 10 p.m.
Oh,
when the good music videos came out.
hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Murphy Street Podcast. I will be the host, Murphy. Joining me today, as always, my man to my left, Bronson.
How's it going, everybody?
And to my right, CeeLo.
What's up?
Now, rules of Murphy Street are simple and always the same. Shoes and slippers at the door, come inside and let's talk story. Our first topic actually is going to be a recap of the first week of our Murphy Street Easter egg hunt because it was so amazing. It
was very successful.
Yes, it's been very, very successful. But let's go down the winners. Day 1 and day 2 were both by Star Flores, so congratulations on
Which
that.
I thought it was going to be like 1 through 8.
Day 3 was Weston Fuji at Cam Shopping Center for that drop. Now, day 4, now this one, I think her name is Kaifa or something like that. Thank you very much for entering because it introduced us to the Nerds of the Square.
That was like a curveball. I was not expecting that.
Right, and
to
I'm sorry,
happen.
so Nerds of the Square is their IG name, but their podcast name is actually Nerds of the Square Table. And they talk about the same things we do pretty much.
Yeah.
If you guys get a chance, check them out. Nerds of the Square, a great production. They also do great vlogs. They vlog the experience of the Easter egg hunt. They do great toy shots. The one that they won was the Miles Morales, and they did the toy photography on that one.
Nice.
So
really
dope.
nice.
And thank you very much to them for the shout out. They did such an amazing job of like making sure to thank us, thanking from the heart, our partner sponsor, and of course thanking Harbor's Vintage. So please allow us to thank you once again, Harbor's Vintage, Eric over there. Thank you so much for all of your hospitality. The Nerds of the Square Table, that was their first time actually going to the shop. So it was kind of,
that was our intention too. To
right,
bring
exactly.
collectors to realms that they haven't visited yet and open up
places that we enjoy, places that we want to share. Again, this entire podcast is about connecting the collector culture, not just in Hawaii, but just in general. Or number 5 was once again Weston Fuji, and that was the drop at Target. The next day, day 6, was Star Flores. That one was in Waikele. She had the day off, so she was already driving around waiting for the drop, and once the drop happened, she was on her way. So congratulations on getting that one, Star. Day 7 was Gavin at Balarosa. He got the Pancho Abalos shirt, so shout out to Pancho Abalos for the shirt. Thank you so much. Gavin dug it. He also took a picture with Ken on his post. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
It's hard to get Ken on camera, so the fact that Gavin was able to get him was awesome. And then last but not least, today's winner was Cesar Zamora, and he got the Shining Fates Pokemon pack. Today we got up to about 10 people that got the clue.
Nice.
Yeah, so it got very hot.
right now everybody's like taking notes.
Yeah, I know.
Easy, but not too easy.
Right, yes. Yeah, that's me. I like those oxymoronic statements, and so that was mine for the night. I've met my quota. What I'm going to do is I'm going to preview half of what I have right now, and we're going to preview the other half of what's on my table. The first of the things, I wanted to make sure that we incorporated G.I. Joes, because I kind of dig G.I. Joes lately, so I'm putting out there the Red Ninja. The Red Ninja. For some reason, this guy was like super, super popular. He went out so fast. We have a PSA 9 mint Zion Williamson rookie card. This will be half of the pack, but this will come as a 2-pack. So this will be half of it. All right, let's move on and we'll talk about the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So at the end of episode 1, kind of like the biggest hangover was the fact that the U.S. agent was introduced, right? John Walker.
Yeah, and it was interesting because they kind of, and you sense the cheesiness feel to him because they showed a soft side of him when he was in the locker room. Like, he was almost kind of like, okay, not a bad dude, which is good, I think, because the comic book character, he doesn't have like a malintent.
I see.
He's
right,
just more of a
and that's what you said the last episode.
Hardcore go-getter, more willing to break the rules and everything.
Let's talk about one character in particular, Enfys Nests.
I didn't watch the episode because I came home late. And he was like, there's one redhead I never thought I would see again. And I wish I remembered the actress's name. But as soon as I saw her, I texted him, I was like, freaking Enfys Nests in this show. Like, I never thought I would see her again.
It's funny because I haven't watched any of the episodes, so like when I got back to work, Bellman Corey was like, did you watch it? I'm like, no, but I heard there's like a redhead that makes a cameo, and he's like, redhead? I'm like, yeah, but because there's some redhead girl that
I mean, to be fair, she's a little more badass than she was in Solo, because I felt like they just plugged her in Solo just to have a redheaded
stepchild
come in there.
You could have gave a little bit more like
You could have watched it, Bronson.
I could
Oh,
have
you
watched
could've
it,
done
yes.
that.
I could
Not
have
blaming
watched
for
it
anything.
too. But you could have said, like, you know, the girl with the freckles, or like, you know, the girl that took her mask off.
You
in
guys
the
see this?
movie.
He's blaming me. A show for collectors by collectors, and he's not doing his part, and it's my fault, right? No, but yes, so that's who was in there, and so she is pretty dope. Well, what's her name? Not the flag waver. What's the name of her? The flag.
They're Flag Smashers.
Flag Smashers.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't remember her name off.
No,
the
but
top
I
of
mean
my
that's the
head,
name of her
Dude,
affiliate.
as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And her character seems alright so far.
Well,
I'm okay with her so far. I have
So
nothing against her yet.
I have a bad taste in my mouth because I feel like she totally let us down. She like pulled the chair out from under us in Solo.
Yes, but I don't blame her for that. I blame Kathleen Kennedy for that.
You're right.
Of course.
You're right.
She went in for a
And
role.
WandaVision.
She went in for probably one of the dopest looking.
Yeah, like dude, if they
Costumes
told me like
and
I was gonna be
figures.
this like scoundrel, smuggler, badass, have a face mask and everything, I would be like, yeah, sign me
Not
up.
to mention,
Yeah.
we all thought it was gonna be like a guy.
A
character,
dude,
like a
yeah.
dude.
It could have gone either way. It could have been female at this day and age, but they just did not make her cool once she took off her
No,
mask.
they didn't.
It's not like Zuri. Like Zuri was,
Yeah,
she was
exactly,
cool. Like they made her
exactly right.
character cool. It was just her. She was cool the whole time, and then hi.
And then says, "Is it bad that I actually like the Enfys character?"
You know, you're right. I should probably just let it go and appreciate her for the role that
Because
she's in now.
even in Solo, like the character they created was cool.
It was.
Like when you saw
Until she
Enfys
was
in the
unmasked.
trailers and stuff.
Which is why I bought the stupid Enfys Nest on the swoop.
Keep
Yeah.
the mask on. Keep
Like
the
she was
mask
cool. Well, she didn't even have to keep the mask on. They just could have made her character like relevant.
Yeah.
She was not relevant once they unmasked her.
So anyway, U.S. Agent and Battlestar try to work with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and just a question is, will they ever work together? I'm going to be honest, I never really read much of U.S. Agent, and I don't know what the dynamic between Falcon and Winter Soldier and the U.S. Agent is. Is there any chance that they will actually work it out? And here's the other thing is, in previews, we know this. At some point, Falcon and Bucky get the shield back because they were
Yeah.
like playing with it, right? So do they not work together? Because also in this episode, they talk about jumping him for the shield, right?
Yeah.
Because Bucky says, like, we should just take it back.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't be surprised because the MCU has kind of taken different turns than the comic books in
Right.
general.
They-
I wouldn't
they
doubt
can
if at
keep their own.
some point, no, they just end the character.
But U.S. Agent isn't like a really long run of comics.
That's what I mean.
Right,
Like, they'll-
yeah.
I think that by
Gotcha.
the end of this show,
Series.
he'll be gone, whether he died or whether he's just banished for.
Basically, it ends with them saying pretty much F off. And so you're left to wonder, like, will they ever work together? I don't think so. I'm also hoping that they don't.
I don't think they will in the long run, but I think upcoming, I think he knows he probably needs those two to actually be successful.
He does, but that's why he keeps coming back to them. But then he ends the episode by saying,
Don't
okay,
get in
fine.
my way.
Right, yeah, then stay the heck out of my way.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like wrap this whole entire thing up. And an observation that I made, they swear in it.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, letting the S word fly.
What?
Yes, they said shh, and, you know, the S word.
Shiitake.
Yes, exactly right. So I was just like, oh, okay, go ahead. And you know, like,
How much can he
I,
push?
I think it's a smart thing because now that Disney owns Fox, I don't think they want
I thought
to
you were gonna say Deadpool, but okay.
No, but well, Deadpool
Same
too.
thing,
That's kind of
right?
the direction I'm
Right.
going. I think now that they have inherited it through the purchasing of Fox for how many billions of dollars,
You gotta be a little more loose.
I think so because they don't
Yeah.
want to upload all their stuff to Hulu, and so
Yeah.
I think slowly they'll start pushing a little bit more, maybe not adult friendly, but
Yeah.
a little
Just
bit
more
more of the
Rigid, more raw.
yeah, especially with some of the characters
I like
that we
that.
hear are coming out, like Blade, very raw
Yes,
character.
absolutely.
Ghost Rider, potentially very raw character.
Unless you make it Nicolas Cage again.
Deadpool, yeah, Deadpool, very raw character. So
I
I,
love
I think maybe they're kind of slowly softening it up, so people are like, oh, okay, Disney Plus does have a little bit of stuff that
Absolutely.
watch out for little kids, maybe.
Okay, you guys. So, let's do for the first time ever a "What's on My Table" part 2. Yes.
Part 2.
Yeah. So
I'm
we
intrigued.
previewed the first bunch of things. Coming with that firefighter Mickey will be this 90th anniversary. Now this
Nice.
doll is inspired by the one that Walt himself actually carried. Coming out, big guy. Yeah, let's. We are doing a 10-inch Mandalorian is coming out at some point this week.
With nice chromeness.
Yes. And last but not least, this guy will be coming out. This is
Very
the Tropical Thunder. But this is the Tech
See,
63
Erin did.
done
She
by
said
Quicks.
She did.
I went and talked to Ken today. And what we want to do, Easter Sunday, our show will be at 6:30 ish. Wait for confirmation on that. We want to invite everybody who's participating in one of our Easter egg hunts to come down and do the show live.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. Now, we are going to close the shop down, and when we are ready, we are going to open the doors. We want to invite everybody who's participating in our Easter egg hunts right now to come down with us to not only search for Easter eggs, but also be a part of our podcast live at From the
that's
Heart
like
of
a
Hawaii.
VIP invitation right
Yes,
there.
so that is what is going on. That is kind of the big announcement. We are inviting everybody who is part of our Easter egg hunt because we are about connecting collector culture. Now, does that mean hopefully we have 20 people come down and we have one egg for them? Well, Ken and I thought about that as well. And, well, let me just kind of give you a preview of what we plan to put in the golden egg.
His tour shop.
I know, yeah. Well, he knows what he signed up for when he signed up with us. But, so our golden egg was going to include a CanBot. CanBot, no, well, the
No.
CanBot is the one that we previewed on.
What was that,
Okay.
Kamika? It's the what?
The CanBot?
No, the what?
Yes. Shake weight. Get off me. Get off me, CeeLo. So we got the CanBot coming out. We got the Mando with the child on the Bantha, that Funko. The Commander Cody Archives Black Series figure. Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe figure, but Snake Eyes will be in a golden egg. We will also be putting in a Murphy Street logo tee. So, once again, you guys, we will be doing sign-ups to come in.
If
From
you've
the
already
Heart of
found an egg.
If you found it.
No, not necessarily.
Or just if you
found it.
participated.
Yes, if you
Okay.
participated, if you tagged somebody in our post, then I want you to come.
Cool.
I have a running list that I'm keeping already, and we want to thank everybody, all of you guys that are participating in the Easter egg hunt. So to take some time out just to indulge yourself, man, we appreciate it because it means so much to us. So once again, we are inviting you down. If you're part of our Easter egg hunt, we are inviting you to come down and join us at From the Heart Hawaii. As of right now, it stands at 6:30. We will open the doors. The shop closes at 6. We're going to close it down, make sure that we hide our Easter eggs well, and then we will open it up again for everybody to come in. We'll have a quick announcement. We'll talk real quick. We'll send everybody on the way, and while everybody is Easter hunting, we will be doing our podcast. We'd also love to talk to our winners. But yes, so once again, that is what you guys can look forward to Easter Sunday. Do know that we will have more than one so that more than one person can come on. Also, as just like a wild one-off, I may also come up and bring maybe like my 5-second rule or something like that and do a little, some side giveaways as well. And Ken at From the Heart Hawaii is also on board, so we may just take some things off of his shelf and give it away right then and there. So if you guys want to come down and see the craziness that we like to be a part of as the Murphy Street Podcast, by all means, we are inviting you. Having said that, you guys, that'll wrap it up for this episode of the Murphy Street Podcast. We want to remind you, always remember to follow us on YouTube. Bang! Hit the like and subscribe button for us. It'll be the Murphy Street Productions. Also hit the notification bell so that you can be informed any time that we drop anything new. You can keep up with us on Spreaker, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and also Spotify. But almost anywhere that you can listen to a podcast, you can catch the Murphy Street Podcast. We want to make sure to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Garen Chun for helping us out all the time. And as always, our partner sponsor, From the Heart Hawaii. If you are a collector, I always say this and I always mean it. If you're a collector, From the Heart Hawaii is where you should always start. This actually came directly from the Heart Hawaii. This is from Ken himself. Having said that, where can they find you at, CeeLo?
CT96707 on IG.
And Bronson?
You can find me on my hobby page. It's nosnorp_toybox.
You can find me at Murphy Street 808. That is MURPHYSTREET808. Other than that, you guys, we'll see you next time. Don't forget your slippers. Aloha.
Aloha.